Hello and welcome to day 4 of 21 days of yoga. Thank you for joining me and for making it to the mat today. So today's intention for practice is peace. So we're going to begin in a cobbler seat. So basically having the bottom of your feet touching. You can keep them there by having your hands on your ankles or on your toes. And then continue to have your back elongated, stacking that with the crown of your head parallel. And just taking some breath here. In through the nose, out to the mouth. In through the nose, out to the mouth. And if you're sharing this intention with me today, I invite you to think about what peace means to you, both inwardly and outwardly. Maybe what comes to mind is inner peace, or having peace with yourself, have peace with your thoughts or your decisions that you make. Or maybe outwardly and having peace with other people, peace with certain circumstances that you're in. So once again, we're going to begin here. And begin by doing some cobbler forward fold. So hinging at the hips and bringing yourself forward as deep as possible, that's also comfortable in your body. And if you want that deep stretch, maybe having your elbows just kind of pressed down. And the idea is to fold without hunching, but keeping that flat back as much as possible, and holding this for 3, 2, and 1. And then here in this forward fold, maybe just doing some circles to the left, keeping your butt on the ground, and then the reverse to the right. Right. I always do some butterflies to kind of just wake up, but it might be too intense. Right, and then safely close your legs. And then we're going to make our way into tabletops. And wake up our spine by doing some cat and cow. So lifting our hearts, tilting our tailbones up. Really inhaling. Exhaling, concaving, tilting the tailbone down. Once again, inhaling, cow. Exhaling, in cat. Doing a few more rounds on your own pace. Maybe shake that, wake that up. And then actually sitting back with your butt on your heels, and then walking your hands out in front of you, forehead down to the mat as much as possible in child's pose. Of course, it may be too much if it's too much on your thigh and chest, you can open up by opening your knees about as wide as your mat, and then sitting back down so you kind of have that space in between. Really deepen that stretch if that feels comfortable in your body. Cow pose is known as a safe, restorative pose. And maybe here you can just bring awareness to what you feel in the sensation. What does it feel to be in child pose? Or what thoughts or feelings are coming up for you? So you can begin walking your hands to the right side, placing the left over the right. Continue to have your body down and stretching that left side of your body. And then back to center, and then do the same thing, stretching now the right side of your body. And then walking your hands back, and then kind of rolling back into that cat pose. Back, into tabletops. So here I'm going to tuck my toes and lift up and back into my first downward dog, walking that out. Maybe if you want to practice stillness here, you can do so. Maybe deepening that bend to really get that stretch. And then here we're going to actually first bend our left hand and bring our forearm down. Right, so this might be a bit of core. And then bring our forearm down for the right. And now we're in Dolphin Pose. Really continue to put space in between your shoulders, keeping your elbows about shoulder width apart. Just really holding this pose, allowing the neck to stretch in Dolphin. They say when you're in inversions, it really alleviates stress and any anxiety that may come forth. And now you can lower your knees. And then walk your hands out further if you want to deepen that stretch in puppy dog pose, bringing your chest and your forehead to the mat. If not, you can maybe walk it back in and then keeping your forearms down. This for 3, 2, and 1. And then walking your hands back into child's pose. Maybe having your hands in front or by your side, whichever is comfortable to you. So here we're going to lay on our stomachs, maybe putting your hands together so that you can rest your forehead on your hands. And then you're going to first bend this left leg so that your knee and ankle at a 90-degree angle, while still having the rest of your body, belly, chest, straight on the mat, and so you are in a half frog. Right, I really feel that. And then maybe if this might be too much, you can bring it about down so that the knee's been angled, not exactly at 90, but a little bit angled off, so it's not that pure pressure on there. Let's hold this for 3, 2, and 1. And then safely maybe straighten that out and then bring it back in. And then do the same on the right side. So bringing that right knee 90 degrees, and then bringing the rest of your body, including this hip, forward on the mat, and really just holding this for 3, 2, and 1. And then bringing it back here. And then walking back into child's pose. So in this child's pose, we're going to make our way into a seated position. Staff pose. So you would make moving a little booty meat. Yeah. Having the knees bent to alleviate that tension if you need that. And so then bringing our hands up above our head, and again forward fold, hands to shin, calf, ankle, or toes, whatever is comfortable for you. And then bringing knee to nose and holding this for 3, 2, and 1. Okay. And just sitting here and bringing our attention back, and understanding that yoga is a practice to help us find our inner selves and thus hopefully finding inner peace. Being okay that your body is not perfect and that yoga is a practice, and having peace or acceptance with that. So we're going to do it one more time, up and over, and holding that for 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to now bend this right leg and put it over our left, keeping it straight up. And you can either have this leg straight or bent. I'm going to keep it straight. And then lifting up this arm, left arm up and over as I'm twisting at like a diagonal. And then maybe placing this right arm in the back to really support me while I'm keeping my back up and having that twist. And then looking behind that back arm and holding this for 3, 2, and then going back to center, and again bringing that left foot over the right, lifting up that left arm over, placing that down, and holding this for 3, 2, and 1, and releasing that, taking out our legs, and then we're going to go back to our backs. Bringing knee to chest, and then actually bringing our feet up. And if you would like to go on the wall, you can do so by doing some up legs. And so this pose or asana is said to really alleviate tension, depression, like I said, if you need that support, you can always go on the wall and just put your legs there. And just holding this for 3. Pressing your feet really into the ceiling, not to the point of strain. And open up your legs a little bit and doing some windshield wipers. So bending the left and right knee to, or dropping the left and right to the right side, and then to the left side. And then back down to the right, and down to the right. Bringing your knees back to your chest. Maybe doing some circles by circling the knees in opposite directions. So down and out and up and down and out and up. And then do the reverse. So up and out and down, up and out and down. That feels good. And now just hug and squeeze really tight. And then release down into Shavasana. Allowing yourself to surrender. And I I think that's another way of bringing peace, to surrender and understand that we can't control others and events outside, but we can control inward, control what affects us, control how we respond. And with that understanding, hopefully that brings peace. I think 2020 showed us that certain things we couldn't control and we had to surrender. And hopefully we were able to gain peace in sitting home or wherever we were, and bringing peace in and having peace with slowing down. Realize that we can only control how we experience and how we respond to the experience. So sinking your shoulders, releasing your jaw, releasing your fingers. And if you have more time to rest, I encourage you to do so. If not, you can bring in different energy into the body, lifting the legs, dropping it to one side, rolling that body, and safely getting up into an easy seat. My intent for this practice was to bring awareness to how we may see what peace is or feels like to us. And I hope you were able to gain something from today's practice. You can bring your hands heart center. The light in me, see the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me today.